All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers at Gms Atlanta. And before we get started, we would like to give all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'kar Kodash.
A double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to your hopeful 144 elect that's been pushing the truth. And you know, we're just gonna get right into prophecy, man. You know, there's a lot of wickedness going on right now. There's a lot of folly going on right now, iniquities, and the Lord is steadily watching it, man. You know, the Lord is mad right now. The Lord is coming back in wrath right now, man, because you guys continue to worship false idols and to walk around doing homosexuality and a whole bunch of pedophiles going on. You know, you guys are basically stupid, man. You know, because you see the prophecies going on, government shut down, the stock market is steadily dropping. Things are about to pop off in your followings, man. You know. Can you get that Amos 98 for Bible Shop?
All right, this is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Yeah, he said he was going to destroy this place off the face of the earth, man. You know? His eyes are everywhere. The chariots are everywhere. The hopeful elect is across the four corners of the earth, man. His hopeful elect are everywhere, study watching, sighing and crying, man. You know, praying unto the Lord, complaining unto the Lord, man, to take this place out. You know, this is a sinful kingdom, man. This is not a righteous kingdom. Look around you. The men are out of order, the women are out of order, and the kids are out of order, man. So this is not a righteous kingdom. Continue, Babak Shah.
All right, continuing on, it says, saving that I will not, I'll start from the top. Amos 9 and 8, behold, the eyes of the Lord power upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
And the only people who's going to be saved is the hopeful elect and the 1/3, man, about this sinful place. You know? Can you get that Genesis?
I had a little precept.
Oh, go ahead.
What you want? You want your Genesis?
Yeah, we can get that Genesis out, then we bring out your precept.
6 and 4.
Five.
This is Genesis chapter 6, verse 5. And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Yeah, man. His eyes are upon the sinful place, you know? The sin is great upon the earth right now. You know, the Most High sees that, you know? He sees the homosexuality. He sees these pedophiles. He sees certain men that getting their paychecks, the struggling, the killing each other. He sees all these things going on. And we read that from the top of Buckle Shah.
This is Genesis chapter 5, verse 6. And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Yeah, it's great among the earth, man. Because the whole earth is polluted with evil and darkness, man, and wickedness. You know? Continue, Babak Shah.
Verse 6. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
It grieved him, man. The Lord is grieved about all the things that's going on upon the earth right now, man. You know? That's right. Imagine a father looking at all his children just going slack off, man. He sees the boys kissing boys and the girls kissing girls, and they killing each other and hating each other. You know?
Little nigga drag queens and shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, before the camp, man, we saw this video. This little boy, he's a professional drag queen, man.
Oh, you talking about the boy that was dancing at the gay club?
Little white.
It might be him too.
Yeah.
Little white, little Edomite, man. You know? That's off, man. This place needs to be destroyed, man. You can continue on Genesis Babak Shah.
Yep. Verse 7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them.
Man, now he's going to destroy everything, because everything is filthy. Everything is an abomination, man. You know? Every beast, every creature, every man, except the hopeful elect, man. Everything is filthy. It needs to be burnt up. You know? You continue, Buckle Shop.
Verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
And that was the time of Noah, because he found grace in the eyes of the Lord, man. Just like we believe we're that number, the hopeful elect. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. You know? We hope that we pleasing unto his eyes, man, so we can get saved, man. Back then, only 8 people got saved. Correct me if I'm wrong. What, you had Noah, his wife.
It's 8.
Yeah,
It's 8.
Noah, his wife, and then their 3 sons and their wives, you know? It was a small remnant, a small number, man, you know? Just like it's going to be a small number in these last days, man, because everybody's not going to get saved, you know? It's going to be a remnant, the hopeful elect, and the 1/3, man. And you bring up the precept you have, the Buckle Shop.
This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as toucheth the wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continue.
And the only innocent blood that's crying out to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is the hopeful elect, man. You know? Because you wicked Israelites not doing it. You guys are crying into your false idols. Your Jesus Christ. Your Muhammad's. You know? Your Buddhas. You know? Y'all going off. All these names that the so-called white man giving y'all, man. That he forced upon y'all. Y'all just grab it and say, hey, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to exalt these false names, man. That's all.
Go to verse 9. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 9. And therefore, thus saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Yeah, he's going to avenge us, man. That's why we continue to work like this. That's why we continue to pray. That's why we continue to be brotherly, man. Because we believe that the Lord's going to avenge us. He's going to save us out of this filthy, dirty place, man. You know? Breathing in this nasty ass air, you know? Watching, you know, girls with girls and boys with boys. Little boys being drag queens, you know? We tired of that, man. This oppression is making us mad, man. But through the Spirit, we all are wise men, you know? But we got to continue to ask for more wisdom, too, you know? That was all on that?
Yeah, but I got another.
God, let me bring it up.
All right, this is just like the brother was saying, there's only going to be a certain remnant that's going to be saved from this coming destruction. This is Romans chapter 11, verses, what was that? It was verse 4. I'm starting at verse 3. Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thy altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. Verse 4. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed to the knee of the image of Baal. And 7 is just a number of completion. When we understand there's going to be a remnant that's going to be saved. The 144,000, the 12,000 men out of the 12 tribes of Israel, and the 1/3 that's scattered across the 4 corners of the earth. So this Bible condemns the majority of the people that's living on the face of the earth today. Just like the brother was saying, you got children that want to change their sex. It's basically you saying that the Most High was wrong in creating you a boy, and now you want to be a girl. You got and only any given week, and also across these cities in America, you got wickedness going on at a high level. But in this society, it's to go along and get along. You get goodies based on how many wicked actions you commit.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, it says haven't bowed down, right? Because we're not bound down to this system either, you know? We're not bound down to this system. You know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We're not bound down to those devices. We're not bound down to these false idols they gave us, you know? We're not going to bow down to this chip, Lord willingly, you know? We're not going to bow down to his image and this beast, you know? Because we know through the Spirit that this place is corrupt, man, you know? Everything in this place is corrupt. It's filled with wickedness, man. People are mourning, man. And we're sighing and crying, you know? Continue to talk, Michelle.
All right, verse 5. Even so then at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. When you look up that word election, I believe it goes to egloge, or egloge, which means there's a certain type of souls that were picked out from the foundations of the earth to receive salvation. So this thing is about predestination. It's not, once again, it's not going back to God loves everybody. There's a certain remnant of men here on the earth who are preaching this sound doctrine, who's going to receive salvation, man. For the rest of the people, they got to go through what's called Jacob's trouble. We got to go through it too, but the scripture speaking about he shall be saved in Jeremiah 30. That he is that same election in Romans 11 and 5.
Because we understand that the Lord is not about saving the whole world. The Lord is not about saving everybody. The Lord is not all about love. And if he is about love, he only loves his elect. His noble vine, his chosen, man. Because his hopeful elect is precious unto him, man. All you wicked Israelites, which contains all you 12 tribes right here, you guys are just filled with wickedness, man. He don't love you. You know? That's why he's gonna leave you here to get burned up. John, you bring it up.
Book of St. John, chapter 17, and verse 9. That's what you mentioned about the Lord ain't coming back to save everybody. It says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. And that's speaking about the elect. The rest of the 2/3 is going to be destroyed. The Lord ain't coming back for the whole world, just like the scripture said, man.
Come on, bro. You know? That's why he's going to continue to sing destruction on this place. That's why he's going to continue to sing plagues upon this place.
Right.
Pestilence. He's going to show his wrath, man. The Lord is going to make his power known even greater, man. You know?
Yeah, you had up in New Jersey where it was from last year of January up until I believe it was the last week of December where people were getting infected by the HIV virus. And that's just a small scale of what the Lord is going to bring, man. Of course, you got the CDC here, but when these plagues start happening, man, people are going to be trying to look for the prophets. The guys are out here doing the work. You know, people just walking by them usually, especially our people. You know, it seems like a heathen want to answer, what are you guys doing? But our people, they just come by the camp, they walk by, they might say something in their head, and they've already condemned themselves, man. So doing that is going to condemn yourself, and then you got to worry about racial tension. That's on the high. All right, you had the video of the Edomite hitting a black woman because he can't get a straw, and then you had the Edomite that shot the little J kid, the little girl.
Yep.
All right, so there's going to be many ways to die for 2/3 of our people on this chart. That's why we out here week in, week out, sounding this alarm at a high volume, man. All right, there's probably men, there's men across the world right now giving this message, man. You got brothers waking up in Central Africa, man. So there's no excuse for our people to just walk by and not click the videos and get this edification.
Can you get second? Or what you done with your can you get second Ezra 16:39? Because the Lord's not going to hold back his wrath, man. The Lord's not going to hold back on what he got for this place. He wanted to see this, you know? And he wants his power, he wants his name to be known, man. You know? He's going to strip the power out of you Edomites and give it unto his chosen, man. Starting with the Lord and so on, man. You know?
It's 2 Ezra 16:39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
Yeah, man, the play's not going to be slack, man. There's going to be more sorrows, more mourning, you know? And who's controlling this at the end of the day? Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, that you people inwardly call Jesus Christ, you know? You can get that in Isaiah 45. That's the spirit.
All right, this is Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
So the Lord do all these things, man. You know? He created evil, light, darkness, peace, destruction, man. He create, he destroy, man. He does all these things, you know? So if you can't get with it, oh well.
It's up to you.
Yeah, man.
Amos 3 and 7.
You can start that
This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. Let me start at 4. That's 3. I says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Verse 5, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
and it's on a low level right now, but the Lord is going to increase that, man. Just like we read in the, chapter 16, man. It's not, the play's not going to be slack. It's going to continue harder and harder and even harder, man. You know? So you people can't get around this, man. You people cannot just, like in the movies, you have a Super Jake just jumping out buildings and shit and getting away. You know? It's gonna be death meeting you at every corner, man. Death's gonna be in front of you. Death's gonna be behind you, man, and beside you. You know? That's how bad it's gonna be out here. While you worrying about your Camaros and who's the baddest bitch out here, you know? Well, the Lord got something for you.
All right, verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled.
Yeah, man. The wickedness polluted the whole earth. You know? The only righteous that are here right now is the hopeful elect. That's why we got to continue to keep watching ourselves, man, so we can stay pure, so we can stay righteous, you know, to the best of our ability, you know. But if you look around, man, what? Jake worrying about his Draco, his Glocks, selling dope. You know, the women are being whores and sluts, you know, wearing see-through leggings. Everything is just out of order, man. It polluted the whole world, man. That goes back to all the nations are being mad too, you know? Because it's not just America, but every damn place is polluted, man.
Yeah, because you got in India last year in 2018, their legislation just brought about that people who engage in homosexuality is basically legal now in India.
Right.
Like men can marry men, and that's basically based upon the fornication that America has prescribed. Because back during when the Hamite Obama, he basically made gay marriage legal in 2015. So you see other nations starting to follow suit, and that comes with taking them goodies too. Because they're like, look, we're gonna give you this money, we're gonna give you this aid. That's what they did for them African countries. They say, look, we're gonna give you this aid, we're gonna give you this money. Look, just say homosexual is legal, but we will gradually just let it spread. That's America for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you can't see that America is Babylon the Great, it's not for you, man. Because this place has been spread to this place is spreading wickedness. You got the soldiers that go on to these other countries, and they spread that wickedness on, man. You got stories of men who fought in Afghanistan war. They molesting children. All right, I'm taxing acts of homosexuality. That's because of America spreading this wickedness, man. And it's spreading on to the people, and so on and so forth. That's why it says that the nations are mad in Jeremiah 51, because they're drinking that cup and they filling out that cup of sour. Like, hold on, man. There's something ain't right with this.
We got that right here. Hold that right quick. You can get that.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
The nations have drunken up her filth, her abominations, her lies, you know. So they have every right to be mad. And not just them, the men of the Lord are mad too, you know. Taking the heritage away from us, destroying our people as a whole. But that's why we're thankful that the Lord sent his name upon us, man. And plucked us up out of this, the congregation of the dead, man.
Right.
You know? That's why we got to keep doing this. That's why we got to keep working, man. You know? So it won't be like everybody else, man, walking up and down the street smoking cigarettes, blunts, just through, totally destroyed, man. You know? We can jump back. You have a precept?
Nah.
You can't. Yeah, we can jump back.
2nd Ezra.
15. Yeah, we're 15.
All right, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 7. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching the wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
So the Lord's basically saying he ain't gonna hold back no more. That's why you're seeing little babies dying at a young age, you know? Babies getting hit by cars and dude riding on bicycles to the 18-wheeler and shit, you know? Yeah, man, you know? The Lord's not holding back, man. He's just sending out his devil. Just, hey, man, y'all handle y'all business, man, you know?
This is Isaiah 42:14. This is what the Lord said. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. All right, so the Lord is basically being patient with all this wickedness going on. All right, there's going to be a time where he's just going to let loose. It says, "Now will I cry like a travailing woman? I will destroy and devour at once."
And that's what we're seeing on a low level once again. The Lord is slowly destroying y'all, destroying this place, man. Destroying you people on the face of the earth, man. You know, kids coming out retarded, being in a wheelchair for the rest of their lives. You know, he's coming for get back. The Lord is about get back, man. Because of what? What we read in the previous verse, in 2 Ezra 15, man. The wickedness polluted the whole world, man. You know. So that's why he's doing these evil things towards you people who don't want to get right, man. That's why he's doing these evil things to you people who don't want to turn back and call upon him, you know? Because judgment starts at the house of Israel first, man. He don't care about you heathens, you know? That's why all you Israelites, starting at you so Judah all the way down to Issachar, which pretend you Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans, Guatemalans, you know, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and so on, man. That's why all of you guys are being judged, man. Can't you see it? But through the Spirit, we know you can't see it, man. Because y'all blinded, man. Because y'all rejected him before, man.
Right.
You know? You got
say too, going back to that word incredulity, which is that the non-belief and their non-willingness. That's why the Lord is allowing these things to happen, man. You refuse to believe, you refuse to come back. So that's why the Lord is going to allow this destruction, these famines, all right, the pestilence, the martial laws. That's why the Lord is going to allow these things to happen, man. Because you won't listen to the men of the Lord. The prophecies that are speaking. Because of your unbelief, you're going to be destroyed. But also it says in the book of Romans 3, because of your unbelief, does that make the effect of the Lord, roughly paraphrasing? Hell no. We're going to continue to do this work, man.
Yeah, calm. And the water too. You know? But yeah, man, the Lord is fed up, man. You know? Con, you bring it out.
All right, this is Jeremiah 3:14. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. All right, so the Lord is calling the backsliding children, which you so-called, like the brother said, is so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because it says in Jeremiah 6:2 that the Lord is likening us to a comely and delicate woman, man. You know, you don't. If you got a woman, man, you don't want your woman just sneaking on you, spying on you, and you know what I'm saying, just creeping on you. Next thing you know, you start to notice certain things about her. She ain't talking like she used to talk. She ain't acting like she used to act. Then she cheating on you, man, and she cheating on you with multiple men. That's the same thing with the Lord, man. All right, these people on this chart, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you believe in Jesus Christ, you believe in Buddha, you believe in Allah. Okay, you've been cheating on the Lord for so long that he's just fed up and tired with it. But there's a certain remnant, like we went back to, that's going to get right and get back in that grace with the Lord. But for the rest of y'all hoes and harlots, man, it's finished, man.
Yeah, man. He's allowing you people to get into car accidents, you know, commit suicide, because you don't want to get right, you know. Here it is. We're right here giving you the good news. Even though we're not coming at you peacefully, you know.
Well, we are coming at you peacefully.
But that too, but letting y'all know to get right before those times come, those evil times come, you know. You can jump back to you can finish with that.
Yeah, second Ezra 15 and just again. I will hold my tongue no more as touching the wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cry forth to me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Yeah, because we are complaining. You know? Man, once you finally see like what's going on out here, you just get fed up, man. Then you have to ask the Lord for patience and fear. You got to be humble. You got to keep tugging on, Lord, you know? When you gonna come back? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that, man? You know?
That also proves reincarnation too. The fact that spirits, go back and complain to the Father. You know, that's what that's talking about too.
Water. You continue about the shot.
All right, verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Yeah, in the land of Egypt, man, which is spiritually Egypt, man. Let's see what that word Egypt means right quick. Can you get Exodus 20:2? About the shot? Because we are in the land of Egypt spiritually, man. Brother, about to bring it out again.
I seen him.
Yeah.
Can we read that sometime about the shot? Or you get that?
This is 2 Ezra 15:10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Yeah, so the Lord is going to save us up out of this place, man. You know? Out of this land of Egypt. You got that?
Exodus 20:2.
Done.
This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So he did it before, he's going to do it again, you know? So now that you know what Egypt means, the house of bondage, yes, we are still in captivity. Yes, we still are oppressed, you know? And if you go into that word oppressed, it means to push down, man. These Edomites, these so-called white people are pushing down on our people, you know? Look at history, you know?
Yeah, look at history. Look at the Indian Removal Act of the 1830s. You had so-called Native Americans, mostly Indians, that went from Georgia and Florida, and through the legislation led by Andrew Jackson, that devil, they went from basically in the wintertime, like around this, I think it was around this time, man, that they went from snowy conditions, all right, in the southeast to move to the Midwest, man. It's always been that perpetual hatred that Esau's had for our people, man. And then he has the slogans, land of the home, land of the free, home of the brave. What about for the so-called Seminole Indian and Native American, man? That wasn't an act of freedom and being brave, man.
Yeah, man, you know? all the lynching, you know? Having the canine sick them, you know?
Yeah, just the fact on the lynching, man.
Yeah.
Last year, they just brought out a law that banned lynching after all them years, man. After 100-some years, these devils finally said lynching is over with. Come on, man. That goes to show you that these people got a perpetual hatred for it. Even you confusing the faces. Because back in during the 1900s, a lot of Israelites was coming over here from Europe. All right, they was hanging so-called Sicilians down there in New Orleans, man. All right, they had dark brown skin. They were still speaking the language of their land. And what did this devil do? He hung them, man. So it's always been records in the United States of Esau showing his hatred towards the tribes, man.
Tying our people into holes and burning them, blowing them with water hose.
Yeah.
You know?
The water hose thing, man. You had the bombing of the church, I believe in Selma, Alabama, back in the 50s.
Yeah, the 4 girls.
Yeah. How soon you so-called Negroes forget that, man? Let's just go along and get along. Let's just hold hand in hand.
God, it wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah,
Right.
it wasn't that long ago.
It was not that long. It was about what? 50 to 60 years ago. You know? And here it is. You guys are in La La Land holding hands, skipping, throwing flowers and shit. Like everything is okay, man.
Right.
It's not okay.
What about recently, man? It was like the turn of 2000, man. They had that so-called black man down in Texas named Charles Bird, who got drugged by the Edomites.
Yeah.
They tied him to the back of the pickup truck, man.
And his body got amputated.
Yeah, his body got amputated. You had the Jake that got basically mutilated, and he was found in that rug that was rolled up. That was like 3 years ago. All right.
high school.
Yeah, the
guy
high school
found
student.
the gym
Yeah.
with all his organs gone and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Newspaper stuff in them.
Right.
Yeah.
Them Edomites got off too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the hell they do it that fast too?
Yeah.
I mean, Esau got some other shit out here.
And even in this city, man, you had that Jake that got hung during in Piedmont Park, man. So this is continuing.
I know that about Morehouse. Was it Morehouse or
Oh, by MLK.
yeah, Morris Brown? Morris Brown College?
Yeah, it was a hanging over there by the stadium too. Was that what, last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just last year.
Yeah.
You know?
That's nothing new under the sun, man. You can read scriptures about was it, if I'm not mistaken, Haman the Agagite was trying to lynch Mordecai because he won't bow to him.
Matter of fact, he wanted to destroy the whole nation of Israel.
Yeah.
He put in a petition for us.
Of course. That goes to Esau, you know, having once again building these examples of him having that perpetual hatred towards our people. But our people, they just go along and get along. There's no way that this devil can be rehabilitated, man.
Yeah, we're still in bondage, you know, we're still in captivity.
Yeah.
They still have perpetual hate for us, man. You know?
Because you know, all our people do, man. They see that shit and they march up and down the street, man, for a weekend, and then go back to doing their regular bullshit.
Some nigga shit.
Yeah, like what the hell happened to Black Lives Matter and all that shit? You don't even hear about that shit no more. Cause that's all our people do: walk the soles of their shoes off in the march, and then go back to being goddamn niggas and join the hand with this devil, man.
Yeah, look at what they're doing in the Christian church, man. Here it is on Saturday. An Israelite woman, she'll go up and down that pole sweating with dollar bills between her thumbs, and then she'll go to church the next day. You know, just going off.
Well, shit, the church some bullshit anyway. So
Yeah.
hey,
So
she just continuing one party to the next shit. That's all church is. You know, because we know the Lord ain't dealing with the church.
Church is the after party, man.
Yeah, church the after party.
then here it is. She'll make all that money and just give it to the church the next day, man. With alcohol on her breath. Going off. But now that you know what Egypt is, now we're gonna get the spiritual side of it.
You want me to start?
Straight to it? Yeah, straight to it.
This is Revelations 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Yeah, this place is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. You know, the house of bondage and the house of homosexuality, man. You know, look around. People thinking it's cool now. Here it is, Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed.
Right.
And years later, hey, I want to be a homosexual. Can you make it legal?
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that, man?
Yeah, back during the 60s, man, that was labeled as a mental disease, man. And now it's legal,
the
man.
norm, goddamn.
Yeah, it's the norm.
Yeah, man, you people thinking that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Dressing your little boys, putting here it is, you have a son, you making him wear a dress. Your teacher giving him a book and having him read another character male character kissing another male character, man. You know? That's just the type of world we live in.
That's right.
That's why this place got to get destroyed. You know?
And you said it was considered a mental disease?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's got to be something wrong with you to think that your rod goes up another man's rectum.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got to be out of your mind, man.
Yeah.
That's not even naturally the course of things. But America says that it's built on biblical principles. All right, I found nowhere in the scriptures where homosexuality was okay. All right, from the New to the Old Testament. So which Bible is this place built on? Okay, because it was built on biblical principles. The principles that I read, these motherfuckers are supposed to be put to death, man.
Right.
Yeah,
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. You know, I have a little brother, and they giving him books about homosexuality.
That's awful.
You know? He's not.
Like I say, too, man, I read an article out there in the UK. They making it okay. They passed a law to teach children in school that boys can have periods.
Yeah.
What the
Shit,
fuck is that?
That's some evil, filthy, backwards ass shit, man.
That's confusion.
That's confusion. Babylon, man. Babel. You know? But you guys want to stay in this place of confusion. How the way you walk and talk is confusion, man. You know?
You can't even have a normal dialogue with these people, man. All right, they mumble. They can't.
They get offended.
They get offended. You try to correct somebody, they get offended.
Yeah.
You know, they can't use periods and sentences and commas anymore, man. All
Right.
that stuff that they learn in so-called school. So these people are madly gone, man.
That's right.
Especially the people on our chart, man.
Yeah, you can get that.
This is Isaiah 50. Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
So here it is. Y'all putting that the homosexual act is a dark thing. It's an evil thing. Y'all saying, oh, it's okay. It's a good thing. We're still gonna get saved.
Right.
That's off, man.
Way off.
You know?
That's what they teach in the Christian church.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good thing. My son can marry another man. My daughter can marry a dog.
Oh, my daughter can marry a tree.
Yeah, man. This place is confused. Bro. This place is just babble, man. You know?
You got the woman that married the dog. You got the woman who married herself.
Yeah, you had the woman. I was just gonna mention her. She went to Dubai. She spent all that money to go to Dubai for a wedding for herself. Hey, what does that scripture say? It says in the last days people should be pleasers of themselves.
Yep.
Somebody can pull that scripture about Rashad?
Yeah, man. This whole place is just backwards, man.
Yeah.
So the Lord have every right and righteousness to come back and wipe this place off the face of the earth, man. You can't tell me he don't. And you can't tell me he can't, man. You know? We're tired of seeing that.
That's that do as thou will spirit.
Yeah, man. And if you do as thou wilt, man, you're gonna do us get destroyed, man. You know?
Because we live in a
We'll
time
get
of
destroyed.
darkness.
You know? Do the Heavenly Father will. How about that? You know? Come back and repent and follow his ways, man, his laws, statutes, and commandments. You know? Oh, you about to get that?
Yeah, you got something right.
Looking for it.
I think it's in 1 Timothy chapter 3, if I'm not mistaken.
1 Timothy 3.
I thought it was Timothy. Look
Nah,
like
it's 2 Timothy. I believe it's 2 Timothy 3. Yeah, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Yeah, and that's an effed up thing, man, you know? Who are you to be proud of, man? Why are you proud of yourself? Why are you boasting? Bro, you in the land of Egypt and Sodom. You know? You could be driving the fanciest car and somebody could pull up right beside you and it's a homosexual dude, man. So who are you to get proud over, man?
Yeah, the scriptures say men shall be lovers of themselves. That's what you see with the cell phone age, man. Everybody can take a selfie. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever avenue is out there, man. Everybody's big on themselves. They want to give them self-made titles. I'm this, I'm that. You also see that amongst Israel. I'm the mighty Hebrew. I'm the gorilla Hebrew. I'm this, I'm that.
I'm the strongest. I'm the loudest.
Yeah.
I'm the freshest.
Exactly.
Bro, nobody care, man. We just want salvation.
Yeah, you still a nigga in Babylon. No matter what you highly think of yourself, when this white man looks at you, you're still a nigger. All right? You're still a low-life nigger in Babylon.
Still a wetback.
How many titles you give yourself, man?
I just saw an Instagram post yesterday. It was a dude with a Confederate flag, and right on the tailgate was a lynching rope, man. With American flags. So these so-called white people don't give a damn, man.
That Slocky, that cracker that shot that 7-year-old child in the truck.
Yeah.
Like they moving out on you Jace, man.
Yeah.
A lot of women and children getting harassed by these older white men that felt that life is two-time loser. A lot of that stuff is coming out, man. We teach y'all through the spirit to hearken unto the Lord while he may be found. Because there's gonna be a time where the internet is gonna shut off and the Most High is gonna let these martial law troops go into these houses just like the Boston Marathon.
Yeah.
All of these executive orders about to take place, man. Go ahead, out.
Yeah, Con, you're right, bro. All these things about to take place because once again, you people are polluted, you know? You guys are not trying to wash yourselves daily. Get rid of that old man. You guys want to keep that old man. You guys want to continue in your ways daily, man, which is evil. Then he say, my children are corrupt. They're the seeds of evildoers, you know? You guys want to do evil continuously. Well, we can get that Proverbs 8.
This, Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way.
Yeah, man.
And the froward mouth do I hate.
Yeah, so all you people who just boasting and bragging, sticking your chest up and your chin out, like y'all something, you know? The Lord hates that, man. And he's gonna make it known that he hates it. You know, once he get rid of you people, you know?
Yeah, the scriptures say pride goes before destruction, man.
Yeah, man. Pride goes destruction, man. So in your pride, you're gonna get destroyed, man. While you're walking around thinking you the biggest and baddest dog on the block, you're gonna get destroyed, man. Always trying to look cute, man. That's an effeminate trait, man. You know? Why don't you be a man and come teach? Come grow, come learn, man. Come on, you bring it out.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Can you read that one more time, Babakwa?
Con. This is 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
And that's pretty much this whole place, man.
Yeah.
People worshiping false idols, wearing different chains, you know, idolatry, fornication, which in Greek goes back to the word porneia, you know.
That's pornography, right?
Yeah, pornography.
Damn.
You know. So all you people, and I'm gonna start calling you niggas. I'm gonna start calling you wild grapes, man. You know, because you guys are wild grapes. You guys are doing wild, evil things, man. And that is not of the Most High. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know.
Could you go in the next verse?
Verse 10. Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. And verse 11. And such were some of you, but ye are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord Yahushua and by the Spirit of the Most High.
The only way how you gonna get washed is through this word. Like it mentions in Psalms 119, the washing of the word, how shall a man cleanse his ways? Through the washing of the word. Because when Paul was writing to the Corinthians, that's how some of them were. That's how some of us were in the world, you know. We did these things and now we washing ourselves through this gospel, man. That's why the scripture that we read, it goes back to turn off backsliding daughter, man. Mm-hmm. You know, cleanse your ways through these scriptures, man. Get into this word. Oh, well, I used to smoke Newport 100s in the box. Well, the scripture that says, don't know you that your body is the temple of the Most High. Well, I got to put that away. That's right. It talks about worshiping different idols. Well, I got to put the Jesus piece in the cross away. All right, I got to stop eating pork according to the dietary law. All right,
stop getting lined up.
Yeah,
stop trying to look cute, bro.
Yeah,
you know.
So this word is cleansing us, man. We used to people don't recognize us anymore, man, because we stand in great boldness against wickedness, and we're cleansing ourselves through this word. So it's an opportunity. For men to still get right, where that grace period is still wide open, man. That makes sense. All right.
Could you get that in that buckle show with the our Yeah, man. So get it while you can, man. Turn back from all those ways, man. The homosexuality, the pride walk, the pride talk, man. Putting all your time and energy on getting some new J's, getting the highest clothes, man. Put that time and energy for your Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know? Because at the end of the day, nobody ain't gonna care about them J's you got on, or how you talk, or how you look. Man, in that day, people gonna get destroyed, and they want salvation, man.
People gonna be eating their Jordans.
Yeah, man. They're gonna be so hungry, they're gonna eat their Jordans, man.
They can't even, hey, Jay can't even get them Jordans, man, because they might not get their tax refund check, man,
Right.
during the government shutdown.
Yeah.
That's what happened in the Roman siege.
Uh-huh.
Jake started eating their leather straps,
Straps.
doves dung,
Come,
trees off the leaves.
get that.
I mean leaves off the trees.
This is Acts 17 and 30. In the times of this ignorance, the Most High winked at, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent.
Yeah, so the time of our ignorance. Because if you go into that word ignorant, you don't know. It means do not know, man. So he's winking at it. Now here through the Spirit, we do know, and we're telling you people what's up. Now you hear it, now you know.
Yeah.
It's up to you to receive it and do it, man. You know? To return from your evil ways, to turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know? Now you know. Since you know and you don't do it, you're gonna get destroyed, man. The Lord has a special judgment for you. You know? Can you get that word that says hear and prepare? Babakusha?
I got something.
John, you bring that up right quick.
All right, this is John 15 and 21. But all these things will they do unto you for my name. Verse 22. This is John 15 and 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sins. And this word is going out. So there's really no cloak for your sins. There's really no excuse now that you got men waking up, like you said, men waking up in Central Africa now. All right, men waking up in different parts of the four corners of the earth. All right, constant live streams, constant going to camp. So there's no excuse. People in our church, to get right with the Lord.
Yeah, there's no excuse, man. You know? We told you what's about to come. We told you he's coming back in wrath. We told you he hates your pride and arrogancy. You know? We told you all these things through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Now it's up to you to come out and listen and to receive while it's getting, man. Before this become a famine, man. This word, you know. You can bring that up.
This is Ezekiel 33 and verse 33. And when this come to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
Yeah, man. It will come. He didn't say it may not come. And in the next 30,000 years,
Perhaps,
you
maybe.
know? Yeah. He's saying it will come. You know, it's guaranteed. Yeah, man. Come. You know?
Scriptures say that the Lord is not a man that he shall lie.
That's right.
Come. Matter of fact, you can get it. More edification. Yeah, so can you reread it one more time about Kusha?
Ezekiel 33 verse 33. And when this come to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
So when all these plans come upon you in these last days, when you don't get your tax refund or whatever, you know, when you see people just bugging out, running everywhere, a baby running across the street and boom, you know, then you're gonna know a prophet has been amongst you, man. Then you're gonna recognize, oh man, where those men at? Where they at? Why they're not out here? They're usually out here, you know? Oh, what's the name? Yeah, what? Yeah, you're gonna be lost.
Some of them gonna know.
And some of them don't know. You know?
Yeah, your man, NBA YoungBoy, he brought it out like a couple of weeks ago. Literally, like it just fresh off the hot news, so to speak. Because you know them celebrities, they in the know.
Oh yeah.
So he was like, yeah, the internet is gonna be bad for y'all bitches that's out there on the Instagram.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah, he said it's gonna be bad for these people that like to get fame off the internet, talking to the rappers and stuff like that. He's like I'm gonna be good with money. It's like the money ain't gonna save you in that time either. But they know the internet is about to a close. And he said the family of the word.
Yeah, because the internet ain't doing nothing but exposing. People think they're gaining privacy off of the internet, and you have individuals that leave their apps on and things of that nature. Individuals know their housing residents. Damn near everybody know everything about everybody at this point. Everybody's exposed to a certain degree. And when things actually hit the fan where it's actually everything is shut down, no more law enforcement, it's gonna be a fucking anarchy out here, man.
Yeah, it is.
These individuals that build themselves, especially these goddamn women, man, they build their lives off of pride and off of shitting on all these different men.
You know, it's so funny. Speaking of, I saw a post I think on Baller Alert, and they had a post dealing about the, you know, your tax refunds not coming, and this bitch was in the comments basically laughing at it, like, oh, y'all get tax returns. Well, hopefully I don't have to pay mine. Basically in that boastful spirit of I get money. And like you said, she's just a thought that's on the internet that makes her money off of basically exploiting her own body. So these women, man, when it goes down, you women it's gonna be bad for everybody, but you women, it's gonna be very bad for you women, man. You know? And that's funny, like that internet, they gotta cut the internet.
They got to.
You know, they gotta cut the internet because it's too much exposing happening right now. Can I get a scripture if you don't mind? Can you get Isaiah 60? Let's start at the top.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Upon who?
Upon thee.
Upon thee, the men of the Lord. And that light is bad for Esau's business, man. Esau is the boogeyman. Esau is the creature that lives underneath, that lives in the back of your closet. Okay? The only thing that he's only good when the lights is off. But now that the light is shining on the earth, it's bad for business. Everybody has truth in them now.
Oh yeah.
Now these people out here walking, they may not have the truth of that the Israelites are the chosen people of the Most High. The Lord's name is Yahweh and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. They might not have that truth, but people know that the government is effing them over. The food is bad for them. Hell, half of these studies that you follow on Instagram, that you just go on the page and see ass and titties, will put some truth on their page.
Right.
You just be in the middle of just looking at a curvaceous woman, and you just learn something truthful. Truth is out here. Okay, all these people know the truth, that this place is out against you. Keep going. You got something. Go ahead.
It's a ticking time bomb. That's the thing, because everybody is awaiting that big kaboom, so to speak.
Yes.
But they don't know when. But in the meantime, in between time, they just fucking around.
Yeah, I'm last night talking about, I took my family out. Hell, even my demon was talking about the RFID chip.
Yeah.
Cause we was at the arcade and the coin. I'm like, whatever, man. But the point of it all is that everybody's up on game on all this stuff, okay? Keep going.
All right, verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
Yeah, but we're coming out of that. See, this whole chapter is going into what? Us receiving the kingdom of heaven, going into the kingdom of heaven. So that gross darkness is being evaporated. Can somebody get Matthew 5 and 14 real quick too? Matthew 5 and 14. Because this gross darkness, Esau had his time to rule with the gross darkness. Like I said, he's the big bad boogeyman of the darkness. But he's being exposed. Once the big bad, it's like with anything. You have the neighborhood tough guy. Once he get his ass beat, he's been exposed.
Like Debo.
So at that point, man, ain't nobody afraid of you. Like how on next Friday when Debo's brother, I forget his name, was like, man, you better stop before I beat your ass like Craig did.
Oh yeah.
Sticky Fingers.
Sticky Fingers character.
Yeah.
I forget his name on that, whatever. But the point of it all is that once that goes away, that allure is like, oh, he can be defeated.
Vulnerable.
He's vulnerable.
That's why it says that in Isaiah 14th chapter, the nation says how that become as weak as weak.
Yeah.
Really, Esau lost at the Vietnam War.
Oh yeah.
And after that showed that Esau, he has penetrations in his barriers, all these different nations like to help with him. And especially that can unite with other Edomites, as the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. These different Iranians, which they don't even like, for the most part, they don't like white people. And the majority of them just want to build on their own, but they got sellouts out of the other Arab nations, such as the Saudis, that are in allegiance with America. So they're pushing towards other Edomites, the Russians and things of that nature. And they know that these different nations have nuclear capabilities just as powerful as America. So they're like, man, the hell with submitting ourselves to U.S. policy. Submitting ourselves and actually being fearful of these different sanctions and things of that nature. We got capabilities to take them out. We got economic unions and financial establishments.
Yeah, we got oil.
We got oil reserves.
Yeah, we got oil. We got gold. We got natural resources. Yeah. We got allies. Why we need you?
That's right.
Keep going. Matter of fact, bring that Matthew 5 out.
This is Matthew 5 and verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Now imagine for you brothers that may not have, deep rooted country roots. Okay. You remember Cedric the Entertainer, he had a comedy set special years ago where he spoke about that country darkness. That country darkness when you go visit your family in the country where you might leave something in the car and you like, I'm not getting it to the morning darkness. That pitch black. Now imagine you going down one of them roads and you see one light. That one light burning. Everything gonna be drawn to that light. Now imagine 144,000 lights that's burning and burning hotter. The truth, darkness can't live no more. Darkness ain't cool no more. Wickedness ain't cool no more. It's dead. It's a wrap for wickedness and darkness. The light is here. That's why when Herod knew that when Yahushua came on the earth 2,000 years ago, it was a wrap for his darkness rule. Yeah. He knew that. Keep going. In Matthew 5.
This is Matthew 5 and verse 15. Neither do man light a candle and put it under a bushel.
Now we all candles. And most importantly, our church is a candle. When you read Revelation, the first chapter, it speaks about the 7, I believe it's the first chapter, the 7 candlesticks. Represents churches of the churches of Yahushua. So there's candlesticks of the Lord all around the world right now. That's shining. That's bringing illumination to this darkness.
That's the fourth chapter. That thou mayest be illuminated.
That's right. So this,
like you said, these different dark areas, and that's why it's spiritual that we're in the city, because we're the beacon of the city. We're the staple of these different cities. You think about Atlanta, you think about the Hawks, you think about the sports teams, you think about the attractions and things of that nature. The highest attraction in this area is the prophets, the men of the Lord. Just like in these different empires previously. What made Sodom and Gomorrah, the biggest thing and the greatest thing to come out of Sodom and Gomorrah was light. Everything else, it was just wickedness.
That's right.
And it amounted to nothing. So it's the same thing in New York, in California, all throughout Florida, these different states and areas, the righteous men, that's the only value in the area of basically unvaluableness or invaluable, so to speak.
That's right. Keep going.
I'm going to continue. Well, I'm going to start from the top at verse 15. Neither do men light a candle, but put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Now, when you go back into, prior to you having your electric wires running from coast to coast, what did the city have? And in most cities, you'll still see this. They had candles in these light poles, lanterns. I forget the story of the Edomite during the revolution. He came into town. He had his lantern. I think he was letting it be known the British was coming or whoever. I forget the devil's name. Irrelevant. Shalom. But the point of it all is that before it was light bulbs. Give me 1 second. Before it was light bulbs in these things, it was what? Excuse me, brother. It was candles. So candles give off a powerful light. If it was all darkness out here, no lights, and you went to Stone Mountain and you lit that one light and you lit a candle, trust people will see it. Okay? Keep going. You had something you want to say?
Oh yeah, kind. And the crazy thing is, not only
and you see that spirit of that anarchy, wildness in the streets, you can just see it ramping up. Yeah, it's just ramping up.
And that's funny because just like when you watch The Purge, before it got dark, the individuals, you started seeing their spirits revving up, man. And it's the same thing now. When this thing hits and when it pops off, you know, individuals is gonna go fucking mayhem because they don't have the light. It's nothing but savages, and that's how you know that this is a beautiful thing, because it's only a few good men that actually have access to this truth. And it's not by works, it's not by what we chose to actually enter in. The Lord actually specifically chose us from the heavens, bring this man into the knowledge.
It was predestined.
It was predestined. That's why it says that in Isaiah the 1st chapter. But it's the calling. We were all particularly called in order to actually fulfill this office, but that doesn't mean that we're actually chosen. We have to actually walk and do the things that's required to be chosen. You continue.
This Matthew 5:16. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I come to destroy the law.
That's it. You can drop that. You can go back to 60.
All right, this is Isaiah 60:2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Yeah, read that again, Slaki.
All right, this is Isaiah 60:2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be upon thee.
Yeah, so the Most High lit the candles. He lit the candles, and now the gross darkness is disappearing. Light and darkness can't. The scripture saying was that 1 Corinthians is that the sixth chapter, or that there's no or is it 2 Corinthians? What is it? I get those confused. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Oh, 2 Corinthians 6 and 14.
2 Corinthians 6 and 14.
I'll read it real fast.
Yep.
2 Corinthians 6 and 14. Be ye not unequally yoked. No, that's not it.
That is it.
That's it. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness?
Yeah, that's that separating the sheep from the goats. The Most High is doing a massive separation. Either you gonna flow to the light, or you gonna stay in the dark. But only staying in the dark is, like you said, is only gonna last temporal. Like how you said, a lot came out of the wickedness. The wickedness didn't survive. The wickedness got burned up. So you can decide to stay in the darkness, but that's only to your death.
Yeah.
You know?
Even with these different empires, when you got individuals that actually are economists, you know, these different geopoliticians, really economic historians, they know that wicked captivities only last so long, man. Like the Persian and Mede captivity, that place was bound to fall, man. The expansion of the military, they always say that societies always fall through overexpansion of the military, over control of the people, which goes into taxation. You know, it's a lot of different things that apply. Sucking up of the resources, immorality. That can actually topple an economy in itself, man. Just the people, man.
Women.
The women.
They know that a society where women are in power is bound to fail. That's not our opinion. That's a historical fact.
That's a historical fact. That's right. That's why every kingdom that actually had promoted women, such as Egypt, it failed, man. Egypt was the beacon of sixth civilization at a particular time, and during the time of the end of Genesis with Joseph, and going into Exodus. You know, that Egypt, the Egyptian empire was very, very important, and you had a lot of pharaohs that actually rose up that were actually women. And look at Egypt now, man. Nobody thinks about Egypt as a major superpower. Egypt is jacked up. Egypt's not even ran by the original Egyptians, the original dynasty,
right?
Which is the Sudanese. You know, those big, tall, so-called blacks. They out there. They really south of Egypt. They don't even actually have dominion over their land, man. And that's a foreshadowing of the times that we're living in now, man. These different Edomites and all this wickedness that goes on, all this stuff is temporary, man. You go ahead.
And we also see that amongst our people, man. All right, that mirth, that good jolly and folly is going to end. All right, let's bring up the scripture, Jeremiah 16.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 9. But thus said the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes, and in days the voice of mirth, and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride.
See, right now, get Ecclesiastes 7:2. Right now, we're in the house of mourning because we see things for what they are, man. We see this government shut down. President Donald Trump said, "Hey, we don't know, man. We don't know how long it's gonna last.
That's a good thing.
It's indefinite. All right, but that Murph. All right, you think about the top of the year. You know, Jake has got his Christmas presents. You know, New Year's they went to downtown to Peace Drop, a New Year's Eve ball. I'm gonna live my best life. Making all these quotes that they're not gonna live up to. All right, but now we're starting to see that Murph, that gladness, or that joyfulness starting to come down. Best believe when Jake can't get a tax return or can't get any government assistance, man, all hell is about to break loose, man.
And that's funny you said that because it's spiritual. How it's designed. Jake spends so much money around this time of the year that they're expecting the tax return to get off their feet, man.
That get back up.
To get back up. But if you don't get no tax, really niggas they're gonna be through.
Wait, let me tell you. You gotta add because we're the scriptures speak about we know the reasoning of men. You know how many Jake out here in December went and got major title loans on their cars and shit. A lot of Jake will get title loans to be able to finance this time of the year, and then they'll have it and they know, all right, well, cool. When I get my tax return, I'll go ahead and pay that title loan back off. Jake is all jammed up right now. They jacked up in Esau's snare right now. You know, I just want to throw that out there because before you even get into how they blow their money, you got to realize too, they blew money that they didn't even have.
Yeah, they threw themselves in the debt, thinking that the income tax is gonna pull them out. And this government shutdown is speaking about actually individuals not getting tax return. And you got individuals that's working in this government shutdown, and they're not even getting paid, man. There's thousands of workers that's doing hard.
Hundreds of thousands, I believe.
Hundreds of thousands of workers that's doing hard, aggressive labor, and they ain't getting shit to show for it.
How long is that gonna happen?
How long is that gonna happen?
You know, you might work with a guy. He might pay you under the table, and he'd be like, "Man, I can't pay you today. I get you next week." So you might be like, all right, man, whatever. You know, you looking at it at first of you just stacking up your bread. Because right now, when these people that have these furloughed people, they're in their mind like, well, fuck it. That just mean by the spring, we're going to get a fat check. That's how they think. But then let it go, let you be working. Your morality drops. See, when your money ain't right, when you working, your morality drops.
Yeah.
So these people, how long you think they going to work just for the free ski before they just be like, man, fuck that shit.
Right.
And I have to say it that way because that's how Jake gonna say it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Man, fuck that. I ain't coming to work till you pay me, nigga. You know how many people out here will get clipped on a job site without getting paid?
Yeah.
Hey, so brother.
And Esau already has it in the books where really he don't have to pay you back. You have a lot of things that came out, even with these different banks, where banks mess up, you know, and they'll actually take your money, or you might be declined approval for a house. It's a lot of shit that actually goes on under the tables, and they actually be backed up millions of dollars of money that they actually owe to the people, but they don't give it to them. You know, and Jay can't really afford a lawyer and go through the whole legal fee,
Right.
Because really the government doesn't really have much to give to the general population. So they just like, hey, we just gonna strong arm them at this point. And they already have these different things in the books through executive policies, such as different House resolutions when Obama was in office, in the time of martial law, to put you in the labor force and have you work perpetually and not even get any type of compensation.
Niggas.
And that's biblical prophecy. This is
Slavery.
12:1. Yeah, basically,
Slavery.
basically slavery.
You federal workers are slaves right now.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy
Spirit,
youth,
I was just about to pull that.
while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened.
And wait till this gas shoot back up. See, right now things are cheap, so Jake can, you know, they might not be getting a paycheck, but it's like, oh, you know, gas is cheap. Okay, wait till gas shoot back up to $4 or $5 a gallon. Oh, this shit gonna get ugly quick, man. Like it's boiling right now. You can feel in the spirit that it's pot, you know, you put a pot on, you put the top on it, and you know, you're trying to cook in his trying to shoot the little, you know, the water over the side.
yeah.
Before you know it, you're gonna have a full-fledged kitchen fire, man.
So yeah, I mean, basically, all them people, man, that was so proud about their government job.
Yep.
That even affects people in the military too. You know how Jake be proud about being in the military, man. All that pride, man. How proudful is Jake bragging about being in the military now? Ain't getting no check, man. You know. We got the article
I got
here.
a little bit more on this slot.
Nor the clouds return after the rain, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall.
Oh, the keepers of the house. That goes into your economist. You know, economy goes back to the word okameo, which means housekeeping. They're trembling right now. Like we were saying yesterday. Imagine economics breaks down into microeconomics and macroeconomics. Imagine you have a business and you decide, oh, what business can shut down for months and open right back up? What? Name one business. Imagine if even if Apple, as big as Apple is, if Apple decided we're just gonna shut down for a year, if you're not growing, you're dying. Yeah. So at a certain point, you can shut down. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, we're not making no money, but we're not really losing as much too. Okay, well you're gonna go into what your reserves. Next thing you know, you in the red. And
you know who the reserves are? The people.
See.
That's why, again, with these different executive orders, like you had Cyprus a couple years ago, what they call austerity measures. Yep. When they activate austerity measures, they have the government has rights to actually. It's wrong, but it's their rights. What's right to them is to actually go in your bank account and take the money out your account. Yeah. Say, for instance, individuals got $20,000, $30,000. They got rights to take all that shit.
Isn't it in the Constitution that during the time of war, I believe that troops have every right to come in your house and use your house as a quarter to live? That's in your Constitution.
Yeah, they used to do that, but with the Bill of Rights, they can't
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
That's what they had set them up first. You had the Articles of Confederation. You had the Bill of Rights, first 10, and one of them was you're not government is not supposed to let the troops occupy somebody's home.
Oh, see, but in the time of martial law,
like you had what was that Bush, where he said that the Constitution is just a piece of paper. So the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, it's just a piece of paper to them. They really just introduce these things just for the sake of the people.
Yeah, face value.
Yeah, for the people to believe that they have rights. But when it's just like the brother said, when it's martial law, when martial law is activated, it has its own list of laws that eclipse the laws of the land. The Constitution is done away with. The Bill of Rights, any type of so-called rights you have, you believe that you have, it's suspended. It's suspended and it's frozen, just like this government shutdown. By right, your right through wages, that's also in the Constitution. You know, different statements of payments and things of that nature. But through the government shutdown, by right they don't have to pay you.
That's why Trump shutting his government down right now. It's a prideful move, but it's smart as hell. Because he's basically suspending the Constitution right now. He's weakening, for the purpose of him wanting to get this wall, he decided I will weaken the government. Because right now the government works in what? He works it through checks and balance. You have your executive branch, you have your judicial branch, and you have your legislation branch. Him shutting the government down, he's making laws through his executive orders. He's basically saying, hey man, fuck the executive branch right now. So he's throwing the whole thing out of whack so he could be able to come right behind it, which I believe he will. He's going to implement this martial law, or this a national emergency, as they'll call it too.
Yeah, to the intent.
To the intent to do what? To do what he wants. Yeah. He's basically already claiming dictatorship. He said, man, to fuck a presidency, I'm doing this as this. It's a bad move, man.
He said we already on national emergency.
That's another word for martial law.
Yeah. Well, he slick put that in too.
Slick. That's what I say. It's a smart move.
Yeah, you're a politician, man. Yeah, a little bit more on the scripture. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, which the grinding represents work. Whenever you grind, you know, you actually putting your hand to the plow, Whether you're a regular serviceman doing blue collar work, construction work, building, you're a white collar worker. And when the economy collapses or it's on the down spiral, the main people that get hit is blue collar workers, man. You know, that's why when you watch movies like Elysium, these different apocalyptic movies, you see the blue collar, they in slavery, man. They in extreme slavery. And when you watch the movie Elysium, you see how the super rich, the noble, the so-called blue bloods, they actually have access to areas outside of the actual area that the actual world, so to speak.
Yeah.
Or the country. It's clean, environmental, it's not hazardous. But when you go to the area of Elysium where the blue collar workers, which that movie was basically based on black and Latinos. What was the main individual?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, he played a Latino in the movie. And he was in straight oppression. And you see how they had robots and they had the whole machine, because that's basically the time that we're living in now, man.
Beautiful.
But continuing on.
It's about to go down.
Because they are few. I'll just read it over. And the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened.
Yeah, like a good indication of that is brothers haven't watched it, man. It's on YouTube. That 25-minute video, How It Will End, or How It Will Go Down by Stefan versus I think it's Stefan versus Stepan or something like that. Basically, you know, he went through how there was a normal Edomite family. They had like a lot of
I know what you're talking about.
You know, the daughter,
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it was on YouTube. The daughter, they were taking expensive piano classes. You know, Pops had seniority in his company. They started letting people off the first week, but Pops is all right because he has seniority in the family. Then it started getting real. He started getting laid off. The mothers started getting laid off. They started canceling things. They couldn't afford the mortgage. Eventually, they couldn't afford the car. Make a long story short, they ended up in the car. And you know, Esau's so weak, he ended up shooting himself. And that's what's going to happen, man. These Edomites are going to start hanging themselves from these buildings, jumping off buildings.
Expect more. That's why, you know, if I could add to what you're saying, that's why in this year that's coming, every time a so-called shooting happened at a place, it's not a false flag. You know, people are going to start losing it. Gerald Salente, you know, when people have nothing else to lose, when people have nothing else to lose, they lose it, man.
Jake over there in Venezuela, they going to the dead to pray for you know the collapse and the turmoil they're going through. Jake is bugged out over there. That's why the Lord got it over.
People about to lose it out here, man.
Venezuela, they're smuggling food from Colombia, and it takes about a 3 or 4 day journey to bring the food back.
And they get robbed.
And you got to do it over and over again. So imagine, you know, what's going to happen.
They eat
here.
rotten meat.
Yeah, rotten meat.
Remember there was a story, I think a Taza woman, the bishop went into that, they soaking the food in what were they soaking it in? Not lemon juice or something. It was something they were like lemon juice. The spirits turned up, man. But like we were saying, they soaking it in lemon juice for a long time period. Yeah, they got it, you know.
I'm gonna continue on this.
They praising thugs that stole back in the 60s and stuff like that. They was like, yeah, them thugs that stole back in the 60s that died. The people in Venezuela, they praising them like they Yahweh shot. Yeah, so the people they still in darkness over there. They ain't really got the truth over there. So the Lord, he's literally like sitting in the elect, but he's also pouring that perverse spirit out here as well.
That's right.
That show you how stiff-necked our people are.
Down to the lowest grade, they go to grade.
That show you how stiff-necked they are. That means the Most High really ain't humbled our people yet.
Exactly.
I got a little more.
These motherfuckers get them, man.
All right. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought. Lord, you got that enough. I'll read it over there. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Hey man, look for a lot more companies in 2019. You know, the year of Caragna to be out, man. All right, Sears is basically finished, man.
Oh.
All right, GM, they still. It's like shaky with GM, man, because they hire they fire the top guys, and then they basically bringing in people from the low end, giving them low pay. But nobody's driving these weird looking cars they making now. GM is making some off ass cars, man. All right, but that production it'll probably go to a foreign country. All right, there's tariffs on aluminum and steel that Trump, when he came into office, he put tariffs on.
Yep.
So that's stopping companies like GM, a main staple in the United States, from making money. You think about Detroit, man, it was booming.
Yeah.
All right, Detroit looks like a trap house. There's a lot of skyscrapers in Detroit that's just basically empty, man.
It's empty.
So that's going to come to America, man.
Yeah,
That's right.
A lot of Jake too. Jake gotta be glad because a lot of those companies didn't want the business of him, Jake. I heard a story on YouTube that Jake tried their hardest to get him serious. And then a couple of years later, they seen that Jake was the only one working and going into those businesses, making it boom. Now it ain't, now you know, Jake will be glad, like, look, man, this society is going down, man.
It's Chip. It's Chip changing the whole business dynamic. So a lot more of these businesses are going to have no choice but to go out of business because, again, once the chip is implemented, it's going to change everything.
Yeah, like Amazon.
Yeah.
The malls,
Amazon,
the
damn
malls,
yeah.
nobody go to the mall no more.
Online services. That's why Toys R Us got broken down. Because these major companies, they're all about competition. It's basically a predator-prey relationship. The bigger animal wins, man, and they're gonna consume them. They're gonna take their goods. They're gonna have to foreclose basically on their businesses. They're gonna have to file the necessary chapters. What is that? Chapter 7 or Chapter 11, Chapter 13, whatever.
Yeah, 7, 11, and 13.
Yeah, you know, they have to file their chapters. They're gonna have to sell all their products out, and it's a bigger giant. It's a bigger giant company that actually is in a play like Amazon, and these different major companies, they're gonna promote the chip. Because even when you look at the graph, or you look at these different, from the entertainment to these different stores, all of these are controlled by bigger companies. That's why it's a conglomerate. America is a big conglomerate. And it's nothing for the chip to be promoted in all these little stores and all these different things. All you have to do is control the masses, the bigger companies, and the bigger companies actually tell the other companies to update.
Yeah, how to follow the leader.
How to follow the leader.
Viacom, BET,
Yeah.
a lot of the entertainment.
Look at the airport. Delta rolled out a few weeks ago the biometrics programming that they're going to use. You think JetBlue's not going to follow along? You don't think United, Sprint, or Spirit, Frontier?
They got to update.
They have to follow. What was the car company? Hertz at Atlanta did the same thing. They rolled that out too. So what does that mean? Avis is going to have to follow. Enterprise, Six, and so many others. They have to follow. You know.
All right, second Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear.
That's the time we're in right now, man. A lot of events leading up to the transfer seed being transferred to Jacob, which represents the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, when it talks about in 2 Ezra 6, where the heel hold on, with the hand held onto the heel, that's symbolizing us coming into a power structure. But before that, you're going to start seeing all of these calamities come upon the earth.
Yeah. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Yeah, what are you people gonna do out here, man? I believe that was Ezra's. All right, so that goes into reincarnation, because he's gonna be here when all these calamities happen. But what are you people out here gonna do when you can't get a check no more? All right, when you can't go get some over-the-counter medicine for your child because they're sick, and you don't know the herbs, so you don't know how to cure diseases, all right, ailments. What are you gonna do when you're forced out of your home? You got to sleep in the car. All right, there's many other scenarios, but hey, take these people out of the workforce, man. They're gonna start losing.
The majority of these individuals, they're addicts, man. They're extreme addicts. They can't live without a cell phone. They can't live without TV, entertainment. They have to be updated with all these shows.
Yep.
They're used to Uber Eats, different food companies to actually apps. Because really, this is an app-based lifestyle now too, man.
Hell yeah.
What about when people can't get, people are addicted to sugar, man. People go to Starbucks, get that coffee, they get $4 coffee. What about when people can't get cigarettes? Okay, they can't get their cigs, they can't get their fix, they can't get their liquor, yeah, they can't get perks.
Yeah, that I picked up a lady one night. She's a pharmacist, and she said it's called polypharmacist. What a person is basically that's the new thing that's out. Not a new thing, but it's part of the epidemic where people are not just taking perks; they're taking 4 to 5 different prescriptions. Yeah. So imagine, like you said, in that day where you depend on them 5 prescriptions. Yeah. We all got that family member, or that grandmother, that aunt, or mother or father that, man, you go in their bathroom, man, it looked like the pharmacist, it looked like a CVS.
Hell yeah. Better not open that cabinet, should be falling all out. Hell yeah.
Raining down bottles.
Them they're finna be drilled by the goddamn pill bottles, man. They got that little caps of the Monday
that
pill.
Monday.
You open that Monday pill, that thing got about 7 pills in it. Like, damn, how she fit all of them in Monday, man?
And she know them all.
She know them all. Take them all.
Yeah, so what are you people gonna do, man? You people that got families, man. All right, cannibalism is coming back in a large way, man. That's what you people gonna resort to. All right, there's many accounts in the scriptures that talk about cannibalism, man. Our people, yeah, 2 Kings 15 and 16. 2 Kings 6. So everything that's in the Bible that you people claim that you know, and you claim you know God, is coming to the shores of America, man.
It's here.
It's here already. Yeah.
Shit, it's here like that villain that's in the background, just waiting for his moment to strike.
Yeah. And we see with this government shutdown, man. If it keeps looming, that's what's going to lead to, man. So it leads to
let this government shutdown go to let it reach March.
Yeah, and Trump set up that GoFundMe. You know? And you got these devils that they down. Oh yeah, he got the GoFundMe.
He made like 15 million from that shit.
Look up how much he got now.
He got it,
I think it's 18 million.
Yeah.
He made a lot of money off that GoFundMe. Yeah, he going through all type of measures to get that wall up.
But they giving Israel $7,000 per view.
Yeah, see that, but that's the devil for
But
you.
Flint ain't got drinking water right now.
Yeah, Flint still jacked up. Shit, we ain't got drinking. Our water tainted, man.
That show you how this place don't give a fuck about you tribes, man.
And it's all about putting and establishing that wall to keep you Mexicans out.
Yeah.
And
look
keep
at
you
like
Americans
illegal
in.
immigrant and keep these Americans in. That's what he was speaking about China. He was speaking about various walls that actually got established in history. He was like, what about these different countries that established border security? They keep saying border security. But really they stole the land, destroyed the Latinos' land, destroyed Mexico, destroyed Honduras, Belize, all of Central America through these different wars, the Battle of Alamo, all these different Confederate wars and things of that nature. And now a couple decades later, now they don't belong. Right. Now they're menace to society. And really, majority of these Issacharites, when they come here, all they want to do is fucking work and just drink Corona and chill.
The Modelos.
You don't see riots of Mexicans and things of that nature. They're not the main spreaders of the diseases and things of that nature. They're not the main culprits of wickedness.
Oh, shit.
And you don't even think about. You don't think about so-called Mexicans, which come from the tribe of Issachar, as major players in the United States. They're not. Like if this was a chessboard, you wouldn't think of them as a queen or a bishop, something that's actually a major player. They would be more. Really, they're really pawns, to be honest.
They said the United States.
Lowest of the low.
The United States funded the cartel.
Yeah.
They want to put that dirt on Issachar.
That's right.
Yeah. I got that GoFundMe too.
Yeah, MS-13. Oh, you got the GoFundMe?
Yeah. So right now they got 19 million.
And when was it established?
19 days ago.
So that's a lot of
$1 million a day.
19.
They can use that money to pay these people on the furlough. It goes to show you how Esau mind things, man.
Who the fuck is donating this money?
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know what though? See, that's the trick with this damn system. This system is fake.
Yeah.
It's nothing but numbers in the computer.
Yeah, it's digital. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
digital.
it's
They got the money. All they got to do is put 1 and 20 zeros behind it, and you got the money.
You got individuals that's funny.
Here it is, Trump. See, that's why if you were to interview these American citizens, they wouldn't have nothing to tell you. Here it is, Trump just signed a executive order allowing $100 billion to be invested in black neighborhoods,
Yeah.
but he can't get 5 million to build a wall. 100 billion. Yeah, 100 billion went into to urban areas, so you could go get grants to so-called build up bad areas. 100 billion just got signed off, but he can't get budgeting for 5 billion to build a wall. It's like you said, it's trickery.
Yeah,
That money gonna be all that money that he just put into you nigger neighborhoods allegedly. It's gonna be floated to that wall.
Yeah, man. You know, you can get Warren Buffett can give $1 billion. Bill Gates can give $1 billion.
I mean, that's charity, eh?
You know, these
Tax write-off, right?
Jeff Bezos can give $1 billion.
Oprah can give $1 billion.
Oprah can give $1
He gonna
billion.
get that wall.
Elon Musk can give $1 billion. It's just 5 right there. What are you doing asking the little niggas?
Right. It don't even make no sense.
But you got a lot of individuals, of course, that's opposing it. You know, different little, different elitists, which they ain't really elitists, but different individuals that's pushing their own specific agenda. But like I said, through the spirit, you're gonna come up with austerity measures, and really, this is a form of austerity measures right here. When you actually shutting the government down and not allowing workers to get paid, and you got billions of dollars that you're looking to accumulate to build a wall. It's like, what are you going to get out of the deal? You're getting border security. You're going to be able to control the masses of the people inside and outside. That's what Esau wants to do.
And I'm going to continue on this.
I got a precept out there too for you.
All right. Verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute.
Like the brother was saying, like when them gas prices shoot up, they can't bring the food into your local Piggly Wiggly and Kroger and Walmart and Vons and Save Right and whatnot, man.
Truckers on strike.
Yeah, truckers on strike. These truckers are barely making enough money as it is. So you think they want to go in and supply food to people? No, man. They're going to be looking after nothing.
And I was going to ask you, your brothers notice there's gas stations that are just shutting down and aren't opening back up.
Yeah.
How does a gas station shut down? First of all, gas stations don't even make their money off the gas. They make their money specifically off of beer, lotto, and cigarettes. So there's never a reason for a gas station to ever shut down. Why is gas stations shutting down? Because they know when this gas shortage comes, they're not even gonna give you outlets to get it, like the grocery stores. Grocery stores are shutting down. Banks are shutting down. They know the intricate parts where when all hell breaks loose, where people will go. I need to secure my money, I need to secure fuel, and I need to secure food. And guns.
That's why I want to take the gun.
They only leave you, like you said, they only leave you so many outlets. Grocery stores. The only grocery stores you really can go to is a Walmart, and then you might have a Kroger.
Maybe if you,
or whatever, little.
Maybe a Publix. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe a Publix or something.
And that Publix
That's it. It's like 2, 3, 4 miles apart. You might gotta go 2 miles, man. Closest grocery store to me is like 3 miles away.
See, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people got to travel to that one.
Well, it used to be 5
supermarket just to get something to eat. The food's gonna be ran out in like 2 days? Really in a day.
It goes back to that scripture in Jeremiah 16, man. Because people find mirth and food, man. They find comfort in food, man. All right, comfort meals, man.
Verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
When you look at that word victuals, it goes into food, and then there's another definition that goes into supplies. Gas is a supply, man. Gas is like $1.99 now. People
like
thinking they're in a good
$1.88.
case. Well, it's 2019. Gas is $1.99. You know, this government shutdown, it's not gonna be that bad, man. They're gonna recoup. This is America, man.
Yeah,
that's the belief that people have.
And you always got to compare old home to new home.
That's right.
And we always speak about bread and circus. The bread, which I think it was Panera, I forget the term it was, but the bread and circus aspect happened when the Rome was falling. And to keep people distracted upon the economy and the fall of the nation, they wanted to keep people entertained and heavily fed. They created all kind of entertainment ideas, basically the Bacchanalia spirit. They introduced and had people parading and basically having orgy fests and eating to their heart's desire, not knowing that the place is circular drain, man. And that's exactly what America's doing. All these different events that's always constantly being pushed. All these different, ideas. Like these people, I seen something on Business Insider. Business Insider goes into a lot of good economics.
Yeah.
They was going into Disney, how Disney is shooting those ticket prices through the roof. It was like last year, the price jumped up like 3 times this year. It was like 790, then it went like to 840, then it went to 890.
Yeah.
And they built in all these things around Disney, and they're trying to basically collapse the competitors, and they set the calendar up. They know the days individuals come throughout the year, and they'll shoot the prices up. They're doing as much to suck all the finances out of the general public to keep these major entertainment amusement centers up. You want to say something?
I was gonna say when I went I went about 3 years ago. Man, it was $100 a ticket, man. I remember to get into Disney.
Oh, to get to Disney?
Yeah, to get in the park, it was like $100 a ticket, you know? Like you said, that amusement. They have, remember I shared with brother, they had the biometrics down there already. Yeah. Before they used to give you the band. They don't give you that band no more.
Oh, well the band, they started giving you the RFID band.
No, when you get a ticket now, when you go to those amusement parks, they make you assign your thumbprint to that ticket. Because you could take that ticket and go in the parking lot and be like, well, we done for the day. You could just buy your ticket from me.
Oh yeah.
You see?
Yeah. You know what? They did the same thing I did when they had that event in Brazil.
Mm-hmm. Talking about the Olympics a few years ago? Was it the Olympics?
Yeah, it was in Brazil. Yeah. And to get into the stadium, you had an option to get the biometrics.
See? I got an article to go with what you're reading if you don't.
Go ahead.
You know. Yeah. This is entitled 9 Meals from Anarchy. All right. So Esau even knows. He knows, like, all right, if we don't get these people X amount of meals, they're gonna lose. They're gonna piss a fit. You know. Yeah. So it reads, in 1906, Alfred Henry Lewis stated, there are only 9 meals between mankind and anarchy. Mm-hmm. Since then, his observation has been echoed by people as desperate as Robert Heinlein and Leon Trotsky. The key here is, unlike all other commodities, like you were going into viticals, all other commodities, food is the one essential that cannot be postponed. If there were a shortage of, say, shoes, we could make do for months or even years. If a shortage of gasoline would be worse, but we could survive it through mass transportation or even walking if necessary. But food is different. If there were an interruption in the supply of food, fear would set in immediately.
That's a famine.
Like the food stamps with the IRS. You know, they can't, food stamps. Because they say if the government shutdown lasts into February, cutting your food stamps off. They said they only got enough to fund January. Come February, nope, they ain't getting shit.
Remember them niggas that was ready to riot at the Popeyes because they ran a fucking free chicken?
Yeah. To show you down the boom though.
No more chicken.
McDonald's closed down.
The what?
Niggas gonna kill themselves, man.
Yeah. That was free food.
Yeah, I got something on this. But it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Yeah, great confusion, man. Because people are hungry. People don't know what to do. They don't know where their next meal's gonna come from. Like the brother brought up the article, 9 Meals to Anarchy. So there's gonna be a lot of confusion out here, man. It's gonna be just like in the Purge movie. You got these.
I don't even get these people 9 meals.
Yeah, you got these idiots out here in Israel that's at the gun range thinking that their gun is gonna save them, man. All right, we're using this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, like he mentions in Isaiah 33 and 6, to get us through these times, man. Because that's the times that we basically coming into, man.
That's right.
If your gun is not gonna save you, all right, a knife is not gonna save you, man. Being carnal is not gonna save you.
Mm-hmm.
And these niggas, they falling in the same spirit of the ancient zealots. Because when you actually watch that video of them at the gun range,
the pull-up boys.
Yeah, with the pull-up boys. So that's some nigga shit itself.
Nigga shit.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. Where in the scriptures they speak about individual righteous men pulling up.
I don't think
Pulling up is not even in the scriptures, man. That's the nigga shit. But you see the video when they were shooting at the gun range and they're like, look, Moab shooting, Moab doing this and that. And you read the comments and they're saying, we coming for you, Esau, with the gun, all.
Yeah.
Like, man, Esau, his blessing is the sword. That's why even 2,000 years ago, when Peter got carnal, which he was a very zealous, he was an eager individual. And he was bad. He was bad with the weapon at that time. And what happened when he cut the ear off and Yahushua rebuked Peter? You know, he said, put down the sword, Peter, because they that actually live by the sword shall die by it. And that was a foreshadowing of what we have to remember in these times, to not get carnal with the enemy. Don't try to beat him with his blessing. His blessing was the sword, and that was spiritual what Yahushua said, because going back to Genesis, this man will be blessed with the sword on higher levels. That was just the ancient style of, everybody had swords at that time.
Right.
You know, that was really the easiest way to take Esau out. Like when you even go into the ancient world, you had individuals that went to war with Esau, and they got far, man.
Right.
Spartacus and his band of men going against the legions of Rome, because it was the same style of warfare. This is way different now, man. This devil got aerial view. Yeah. He got spyware.
Yeah. Do you pull up, boys? A Satan 3?
Yeah, exactly.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Do you have a Satan 2?
Yeah.
Do you have a weapon that can cause tsunamis? Do you have weapons that can alter the goddamn the very hormonal makeup of you? This devil has gay bombs. He has bombs. There's documented weapons that he's dropped where he can turn on frequencies that'll make you crap your pants, man. Do you have that type of weaponry? A nigga get a M16 and think he gonna make it to the end of the video game, man. That's how these niggas act.
Yeah.
Like this is Contra or Doom or some video game.
Hack and slash.
Some hack and slash video game.
Yeah.
This is that old serpent. Okay, cool. And you know what? I hope Esau pull up on you, man.
I got 3 seconds. Pull up. Hosea 1:7. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horses. Right? So the Lord's He's not gonna save Israel because you got a 45, a 9mm, and an AR-15. Okay? The reason why the way the Lord is going to defend us is by giving us spiritual power. We're gonna be like the Avengers. We're gonna be like the X-Men. Okay? The Lord is gonna, just like the brother was saying, the technological type of warfare that Esau is going to bring with his blessing of sport is far more advanced than what niggas got in the hood. So the Lord is going to have to up the ante and give us a type of power that's far more advanced than what Esau had.
And Jake don't think, because all the stuff that they got now, Esau had that about 30, 40 years ago, man.
Right.
Them dusty ass AR-15s and 223s.
Esau ain't using that shit.
Right.
That's why he gave it.
Oh, God.
That's old toys. Hand me down. Yeah, you niggas just use that to shoot each other. And you know, back in Chicago, it was documented that they was dropping off boxes of that.
LA
shit.
too, and LA too.
LA.
Had to be them old guns.
Esau drop shipping old guns and shit.
We don't need this shit no more. We got room for it.
Yeah.
This is 200 years old.
Yeah.
You can keep that shit.
Get this. We got lasers now.
We got guns that can shoot sound waves at you.
Remember that movie Eraser? Y'all see that movie Eraser about all the sorts of
It's on
niggas?
Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's a good watch too. That movie was put out in
Like 90s, right?
like mid-90s. And they showed how that movie was based upon military weapons that the government was building. And one of them weapons, man, they show you that with Vanessa Williams' character. She was in the house, and they were trying to, cause she had too much information. They were like trying to kill her ass. Man, them niggas, them devils was out in the yard, in the bushes across the street. Man, they cut it up, man. Man, they was able to look through the house. They saw her boyfriend's heart beeping in his chest. They zoomed in on it, and they shot pure energy at his ass, man. But here it is, a nigga think, like you said, he don't even got hollow tips. Nigga don't even got hollow tips. What you niggas gonna do This devil is known for using germ war.
Yeah.
Do you have germs, nigga?
You got a jar of germs.
Do you have a jar of germs, man, that you can let loose on Esau?
Yeah, Esau knows how to genetically mutate your body generations after by dropping certain shit on you, man. Here you had Agent Orange, I think that occurred in the Vietnam.
That was Vietnam.
They was spraying orange chemicals over the people aerially, and it was jacking the people up. They know how to destroy your respiratory. They ain't trying to just shoot you down, man. You know, that's ancient warfare, man. Just shooting somebody, piercing bullets. These devils got different armor that is resistant to certain bullets.
It's got Iron Man.
Yep.
These motherfuckers got weapons that'll shoot around corners. You seen that gun?
Yeah.
They can turn the gun this way, and here it is. You on this side of the wall, and you shooting bullets that way. How you facing the gun facing this way and shooting bullets that way?
Goddamn that way.
It was a
Good luck, pull up, boys.
Yeah. It was gonna be the goddamn fucking pull away boys.
You gonna get put down. You gonna be the put down boys.
Put down boys.
It was like it was a video. It was like a hearing. It was a hearing, and this woman was talking about how they got a heart attack gun.
Yep, I seen
And the gun, they don't use bullets.
It shoot like an ice tip or something, don't it?
It shoot like a needle.
Yeah.
But you can't see the needle. The needle is like it's quiet. They can shoot it, and this was back in the 70s. They can shoot the needle, and the needle said the only thing the needle does is it leaves a mark. He said they leave a mark so small the surgeons can't even detect it.
Yeah.
And that was like 40 years ago.
They said they killed Michael Jackson with that gun. That's what it was reported. But they said they killed certain individuals with that gun.
Yeah.
That's reported.
Good luck, pull up, boys.
They couldn't deny it.
Yeah. I got precept. This is Psalms 44:6.
For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me.
Ooh,
That's what said, David.
Yep.
This is what David said, our forefather said.
A master mighty
a
man.
master mighty man of war. This is what he said. So what are you guys getting away using guns and going to the shooting range? And let's play it out, man. I actually BK did that crap 2 years ago, and here y'all go 2 years later trying to catch up. Oh, yo, we'll go to the gun range. But that's further, that's another thing that's gonna further bring about the persecution. As Esau starting with it. You had that guy that went into the church with the gun, said he was going to fulfill prophecy. Now you got pull-up boys. It's just adding to the jar of the tab that Esau think he's going to try to put on us, saying we got guns.
These camps looking like sellouts, man.
Yeah,
They're looking like sellouts.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what do you think you're going to do with those guns? Talking about we're going to pull up on Esau. Who? Which Edomites?
Which Edomites?
Which Edomites do you think you're going to shoot down? The mayor of Atlanta? But you're gonna try to shoot down Donald. You ain't gonna have no access to these. And if you shoot down, say for instance they get to the point they shoot down Donald Trump, they accomplished the mission of killing the president. First off, all them niggas he's a nobody. All them niggas getting locked the fuck up. And what you gonna do? Find the elites, kill the elites one by one?
So you can just tell Esau to eat a dick? You know that's how these niggas they envision, like, they cleaning their guns and shit. Yeah, Esau roll. I'm gonna tell Esau to kiss my ass. They got that nigga movie. They got that nigga movie roll in their head they're playing.
They in the basement, they getting everything ready.
Yeah.
They got that banging on Esau song in the back.
Banging on Esau.
Banging on Esau.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you some.
Yeah. Nigga ended up shooting himself.
Hell yeah.
Remember you said that movie, boys? I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Uh-uh.
That nigga was going to war and he had all kind of guns in his jacket and all in his pants. Then he tripped up and fell and he just started shooting himself and shit.
And you know they did that. I think that was Talladega Harlem Nights, if I'm not mistaken, when they was riding in the car and they was finna go kill the individual, and they had the the long guns that was chasing Holmes down. And they hit the pump. And the gun was letting off.
Everybody died, man.
That's them, man.
That's them, man. Y'all keep
Before they
playing.
even get to the destination, they're gonna goddamn kill each other, man. Because you're simple as hell. Hey, and the Spirit of the Lord will allow that to happen, man. Make you a public example.
I'll read that over.
Shoot, they
He said it.
Cheddar Bob. Cheddar Bob.
Shut up, Bob likes, man. This is Psalms 44. Matter of fact, we'll start at verse 3. For they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand and thine arm and the light of thy countenance, because thou hadst a favor unto them. So it said that we didn't receive the land by our own sword, and it said neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand and thine arm and the light of thine countenance, because thou hast had favor unto them. Verse 4. Thou art my king, O Most High. Command deliverances for Jacob. Through thee will we push down our enemies.
Yeah, through the Lord, man. Not your guns, not your grenades. You know, Jake got a few grenades, dusty grenades, man. It's not going to be through the power of your own self, man. The scriptures say, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man.
That's right.
For you to believe and have faith, you got to have faith that the Lord is going to deliver you, man. You might get pressed by some troops, man. Like the brother Kashapala put it a while back. You might be pressed with troops, and you might just disappear. That's the faith you gotta have in these last days, man.
Nightcrawler type shit.
Yeah, but Jake don't have to fear. Jake going out there, getting the guns, doing the same thing that he learned from his other nigga relatives, man. Yeah. It's just you just niggas with fringes on, man. Yeah. So the Lord, there's many other accounts in the scriptures where the Lord has delivered Israel in time of trouble, man. How much more now?
Beautiful.
This is Psalms 18:3. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies.
God, we got to call upon the Lord. That's why it's important to